I'm gonna, in chat, just in case people don't hear, let's refresh. Let's start rebooting the game and everything.
Yep.
And see if it works, because recording looked fine. I just quickly tried recording, and that had like no issues. That sounded completely fine. So.
Question is now, will the stream sound fine? Ooh.
Yeah, I need to wait myself a little bit. It's still on an ad.
Let's
Damn.
see. So I'm gonna, if someone in chat, if people are in chat, tell us if it's looking good or not.
Hello, chat. Is
Chat,
here right
chat, help us
hello,
out.
chat.
As French
chat,
people.
sisplau. Chat, sisplau, i algo aquí dintre. And why not? Just go up a little bit. I'm going to put myself on.
Yeah, let's see.
Any skibidi toileters in the chat?
Any zoomers?
Skibidi toilets or creep?
Yeah, we beat him.
Okay, it's hearing. It's something good on my end when I'm hearing from the Twitch chat. I mean.
Okay.
Well,
okay. Okay.
At least from my end, anyone will need to get someone else professional opinion.
Any professional opinion havers?
Alright, let's see. Chat disappeared in 1 second when we tried to restart. Has been dispelled. Are we back?
Let's go.
Are we back? Okay, we are
so
back. So perfect. There you go. I don't know what happened. Like I restarted my computer and it worked.
That's the magic about restarting a computer is that it's sort of the most off a computer can be, funnily enough. So
yeah,
when you do the shutdown process, it doesn't actually fully turn off the PC because it wants to try and fast boot, right? So it like keeps a couple things running still. But when you hit restart, it like fully turns off, wipes your whole session, and like resets all, like everything gets a breather to like unload. So something there wasn't clicking right after. Like it can happen if you haven't restarted your PC in a minute. It will slightly degrade, but it's very natural for the PC to just restart due to Windows updates.
Yep, Windows updates is this kind of an entity that is going to force a restart every once in a while.
Alright, so made a room. Let's see if it continues working, because it better be. How is it looking with the bracket? I have to open the bracket and everything again because I closed my browser.
Nyphi managed to beat blind to nil, so Nyphi is advancing.
Alright, so nothing else is being played, so we have some time to kill. And wait until the match, the round 2 matches are ready. And after that, we're gonna ball, it looks like, which is good. I'm just hoping it doesn't break.
How about a lobby code? That would
I'm
be
gonna
cool.
hook you up, don't worry.
That would be cool right about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that would be pretty neat?
You're acting as if it takes you more than 3 seconds to get in a lobby due to the glory of Steam links.
Yeah, that's true.
It would have been faster if you weren't hiding your. If you weren't hiding your internet activity.
Yeah, hold on.
Who's tracking you?
Who's tracking you? See, I can't say that.
The government.
If I say who it is, then they're gonna know. I know they're onto me. It's the it's the layer mind game. I can't say anything.
It's your one lead on them. All right, I'll type this out for the 4th time. Can't believe it.
Yeah. Get ready to types. Get ready to types.
This guy making me. I cannot believe it.
Gotta work for it.
I gotta work for the show. That's fair.
Alright, Steiny also finished against Celes, and Kenny just beat, so we're gonna run these two, and I'm gonna go slowly into the shadows then.
Perfect. Alright, it's all set.
Alright, I'm gonna vanish. I'm gonna vanish. Y'all take over. I think we're good now.
We should be good now. Okay,
we should.
Y'all enjoy.
You just gotta fix the swear on the screen.
True. That's gonna be fixed in game. That's gonna be fixed in game.
Oh, but to be fair, what a banger of the first game we're going to have Kenny versus Tiny.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've seen this quite a fair bit. Steiny, actually, it's been a minute since you. No, it hasn't. You were here a few weeks ago, but
yeah, a couple of weeks back, if memory serves me correctly.
Steiny has been seriously leveling up as of late. Like, taking some names that normally we wouldn't expect him to take, as well as kind of making the sweat beads roll on the foreheads of some of the stronger opponents. So he is becoming a more credible threat. It's kind of like the Shadow Freak phenomena, where suddenly, you know, he just kind of locked in, incorporated the good stuff of his character's kit, and played not to constantly mash out of situations. That we see the reward being, we see the reward coming.
Yeah, it is true. The level up is confirmed. Steiny is right now another name that you have to fear if you find in any tournament.
Yeah, he is 6 seed, so I'm curious to see how that plays against Kani, because Kani does like to play really fast as well, especially also very airborne, and that's just a really hard state for a lot of characters to contest. And
yeah,
Hume does have that Shinken as well as that 6p, but it's going to be a question of whether or not Shinky has those reactions and has that execution.
I believe Steiny has the reaction time, but as you said, can you do it constantly? It's not.
Right.
It's not a case of you can do it. Okay, 1 or 2 times. No. Are you able to do it constantly? Because if not, Kane is going to run you over.
Yeah. See the blue tuner orb being used to control space, but beautifully timed 6p is going to deny both options.
Oof. Aye. Okay, let's see.
Ready for the overhead, not ready for the other overhead, and the RC there to extend and guarantee some more of that damage. Gonna go knock down into another Gekkering card. Big mash. You always have to respect that really fast 2p of Q, but Puffball gonna be a beautiful punish against the Shinken there, and that should be the first round going to KNE.
Yep. Quick and simple this time. Kenny is saying, I respect you as an opponent, but I'm going to make these things fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, let's go. Hayabusas. Here we go. Custom corner. Just opts the backdash into it, so can't be subject to mix-ups that will deal more damage.
That's a smart trade. If you know that you're going to only eat a fireball, okay, easy done. Then,
Good
yep,
burst.
we've seen it before against Tiny. Boosting the air against the loops is going to be better to waste their resources there than not eating the whole dash. And oh, what a way to evade Tiny's boost now, Kenny. She's just going to start rolling. There's the pressure dragon, RC. Ooh, but
Nice. Mash out. Sets up the custom corner. Goes to the parry. You know what? It might have been a misinput the previous time that he ended up backdashing into it, but it might be an interesting piece of tech to throw out against your opponent, because you just kind of ask them the question, do you know how to pick up from me just violently flying into this button?
that's true. I mean, I think it's something that you can do more if you are mid-screen rather than being in the corner. Or near it, because if not, it's easier for Steiny to react, but Kenny, dominant at the end.
Yeah, coming out on top. It was a little shaky there to find the finishing blow, so maybe with a bit more time, Steiny will actually take a round and possibly a game. Goes straight with the plus frames. Hayabusa tries to go for Shinken, able to recover in time, but not ready for the face-through throw.
No. And now Kenny charging maximum knockdown and a dragon. That's going to be spicy. There is a dragon maximum knockdown blocked. Beautifully done by Steiny and still blocking those approaches. But there is a limit of how much you can block. A very aggressive burst out of Kenny. And gets in on the charge up.
Yeah, but Steiny having a really hard time. Like, we do see him contest in a lot of these situations, but the conversions aren't quite there yet. And Kenny just also willing to scramble, but as a major difference, does have these conversions. You can see where the life lead is.
Oh no. Oh no. This is Kenny on the air, the knockdown, gets the pickup. Is this going to be enough?
1 DP?
Yeah.
Oh, more than enough. And still had cancels to spare.
That's the most dangerous part. Kenny still had cancels to spare,
Yeah.
and Steiny was uber dead. Okay,
Nice, yeah, beautiful face through.
Yeah. Okay, misses the pickup there. Doesn't matter. Oh, missing that DP is not something that you want to do ever. Now Steiny, it's not looking good.
Very tough spot to be in here, especially with this life deficit. The Shinken clashing, not what you want to see here. We see Kaney possibly charging up the final Gekrin. The clap comes out, just patiently waiting it out and gets the far slash punish. RC to secure some more damage, and with the palm strike will finish it out 2-0 against Shiny.
Kaney is here for a true speedrun. It's true that we said that Shiny is level up, but Kaney just said, I recognize you as an opponent, but it's getting late.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaney is definitely also not without his own improvements, right? Because we've also seen him take some games off of really high-level players. Still not consistently enough against PETA, but Pet has started to become in the bracket of sort of equal competition for Kaney now. That it's not so certain to see Pet PETA 1-2 finish.
No, that's true. Kaney has been more and more continuing to show that continued practice is going to make perfect. You just need to keep on the grind, keep learning, that's the most important part. And you're going to, one day, if you are consistent enough, emphasis on that.
Yeah.
You can be there if you keep it up. And now, we're talking about rising stars, people that are improving. What about the classics? Gerran versus Leapfrog.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Leapfrog actually pull up, because not normally an online tournament player, but it's one of those things of, I believe it's where he has time, because he's not adverse to playing online, right? Like he's an online warrior, big grinder. It's just whether or not he has the time to pull up for Salty. So good to see that he's back, and it's going to be a very interesting showcase here against Gerran, because, well, Venom on the screen. That's going to mean a lot of zone control, especially through these projectiles of his ball sets. And it's going to be smart navigation and tool utilization from Leapfrog to try and close the distance and find the killing blows.
Yeah, as I said before, it's going to be Potemkin trying to traverse through the minefield that is any of Venom's game plan. And those are the tools. Get a slide head, immediately go for a CPM. Try to get into Venom's face. If not, we've seen Leapfrog before trying to make use of it. Those flicks, and also get those balls, but this is the thing that you don't want to happen if you are playing as the Venom.
That's mighty unfortunate. Not something Leapfrog was ready to expect. A clash on the 2P and then Venom coming out on top of the trade. But a beautiful flick is going to keep Gerran locked in the corner for the time being. Slide head ICPM is pushing that damage slowly but surely, but one big pop buster is going to shift the entire favor towards Leapfrog's direction. Oh no. Oh no! 60 winners, but where are you going? Back to the corner, baits out the burst.
Okay.
Bit of a disaster there from Gerran. A very interesting choice to burst towards the end of that round there.
Certainly. Oh no. That was about round start. 6P there. Oh yeah. My god, Leapfrog playing right now.
Does have a little bit of issues, it seems, getting consistent combos here against Gerran, right? Like, has won a fair few scrambles that has cultivated a good amount of life taken away from Gerran, but like in that corner, that should have been much more, and then Oki.
Yeah, it should have been probably pixel health, Gerran at one touch. But yeah, it's true, it's been inconsistent, it's the word I will use for Leapfrog right now. Good gameplay in general, but inconsistently managing to get the punishes. And now Gerran just keep the pressure on, just send balls. Leapfrog was almost dead in the water there.
The slide head rip a little too early there. We see the patience, trying to FD, build a little bit of space, but jump out approaches being denied. Gerran now just running the ball set pressure. Leapfrog getting opened up, already in a massive life deficit here, looking for opportunities to FD out, but there's the Dark Angel taking a whole lot of damage, as well as meter loss, and just no opportunity to escape. Gerran closing out the first game with a perfect.
And for me, what's worse, Leapfrog, at this point, use the burst. You have it for a reason. Dying with a burst on, I know that people say, yeah, but there was no use, it's still, you are going to be dead either way. And it's a very strong tool that you still have access to. Use it.
Absolutely.
At least that's my point of view. Everybody else that's better than me can say whatever they want.
Nice anti-air, finds the heat knuckle extend, but does have to traverse the screen, and my goodness, that was a very painful slowdown. Holding that pose after the ball took that first and only tick of armor. ICBM to challenge in the air, beautiful stuff. Already putting Gerran into the corner, 6K not hitting the mark. We do see the JHS challenge, but the pop buster finally connecting, especially in the corner. It'll be a little bit more damage that Leapfrog can push for.
Yeah, gets the full hit knuckle and the second pot buster. This follow-up is going to be enough. Yes, it is. And it's something that we've seen a couple of times already. Leapfrog, or more, I don't know if it's Leapfrog or Gerran, to deny Potemkin 6K.
Yeah, it's been a lot of like big super jump outs that typically I think where Leapfrog is expecting is at least 6K to connect on the jump start out, but Gerran has had really good success just clearing that space as fast as, and as high away as possible.
Okay, once again we've seen a couple of good flicks from Leapfrog going full coast to coast data, another SPM. This time the pressure is true. One pot buster.
Maybe it might have been an innocent put. You can't really bait the burst after the pot buster. Trying to go air to air, finding that air throw, but unfortunately just a little too off, and that opens up Gerran again to just clear the screen space, quick trade, but not able to extend some more. These flicks though have been immaculately on point.
Certainly, Leapfrog low life, but never discount a Potemkin player when they have more than 1%, but Gerran, beautiful ball placement, that TP random hit is more than enough.
Absolutely. I do like the priority that Gerran has, is right. It's like immediately sets the ball and starts backing away, and every little bit of ground that Leapfrog gains is an opportunity for Gerran to teleport away. But now see, just as soon as he got this Oki running, gets swept out from under him.
Oh, beautiful pressure by Gerran, but Leapfrog, even better backdash. Oh, Dark Angel burst mode, completely nullifying the advantage that Leapfrog gained with that backdash.
At the cost of yours, wow, what a backdash, avoiding the close slash, has him in the corner. Tries a little bit to be too fancy with the reads here. 6P not hitting the mark, especially the YRC, slowing down the time, getting a nice punish, going to run up throw. Burst is available for Leapfrog here, but he is going to be holding some of these dark black holes. Oh, nice. Dead angle.
And
close to the final interactions.
Another flick. Still alive. ICPM is going to deal some damage. Oh, but this time the backdash is not going to be enough for Gerran. Leapfrog tying the series 1-1.
That was insanely clutch, especially that 5K being generally active. I could see the vision, right? Just do a quick backdash, try to avoid the meaty, but 5K, that thing sits there for a minute. Snatch. Yeah, that was going to be the big one. Could Leapfrog find the hit before Gerran could teleport away? Now we're in the same position, right? There's going to be ball set behind Leapfrog, so we run the Oki before the teleport. No, instead Gerran just challenges.
Yep. Oh, this time the Tesla head connects, another SCPM. Good follow-up by Leapfrog. Back Mega Fisto. The RC, that is the catch with the hit knuckle. Gerran on the corner. There are no more balls, which means that no escape.
And Leapfrog in a little bit of more of a comfortable situation now on set point with a round to spare. Both players with the bursts available. Immediately finding the throw after the JP hitting a little too high. We'll try to be a little cool with the jump blitz, but not hitting the mark.
Ooh. Good confirm, and an even better burst from Leapfrog now. By the time, trying to decide what's the better position. Gerran still getting in, gets the knockdown, sets another couple more balls. Trying to put the pressure. Those flicks are not working right now.
OTG, but wow, what a call out on the teleport there. 6HS, gonna get gold bursted out. We send Bishop flying. Now it's gonna be a minute of patience here from Leapfrog.
Bishop successfully endured. Leapfrog still alive. Gerran on the corner, gets a couple of hits. Leapfrog on pixel health. Gerran still alive. What a beautiful grab there.
He blocked the flick projectile hit, so still in block stun, not able to be thrown out, which was what Leapfrog was looking for there. Nice, good IB, setting up for the ground throw punish. Frame kill into the pop buster. We're off to a great start here. Locked in the corner, no ball sets for the escape. 2P, RC wants to push as much damage as possible. This is the most advantageous situation that Leapfrog can find for himself. Venom locked into the corner, 2HS. Hits as well, and the burst coming back just as he dies. An unfortunate way to go out. Leapfrog clutching it 2-1.
That was a hell of a game. Truly a hell of a game.
Yeah.
We've seen both sides of the same coin. The advantage that Venom is going to get just by the fact that the balls exist, they put some pressure, they are going to mess with your opponent, and then the finality that Potemkin offers.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to go into the next match, which has a very interesting development here. We see that it's going to be Akiuta versus KNE, and it's Akiuta that actually managed to beat Nyphi 2-1. Sending him down to the loser side run there, so hats off to that. And additional interesting highlight is that after this match, we will get to see Leapfrog again, where we might potentially get a pot mirror.
That's something that I've never seen on this game. That's going to be very interesting.
I wish that Ratch was more than a voice in your head. There is no Ratch. You have two different voices in your head today. Yeah, he's your text in your eyes today. All in the Kai head.
Wish fulfilled. Yep. It's going to be a wishful night. But while we are waiting for that's going to be Kenny to show up, let's remind everyone that we still have our Matcherino codes to be claimed. So you all know, I think you all know the drill by now, but if not, let me remind everybody that you can go in the chat !Matcherino. Thank you very much, Versal, for typing that out, or Raj. It's going to show you a link, you just need to click the link, it's going to put you in the Matcherino page as it's shown on stream. Click claim code and you magically are going to add 25 cents to the prize pool.
I'm still mad that Ratch got rid of the frog. I missed the frog. Bring him back, Ratch. Bring back the frog. I lost it completely. No! Alright, well. It will be in the VODs for all time to remember.
It's going to be in the bottom and our heart.
Alrighty, so Dizzy versus Jam. It's going to be a funny one because Jam does like to move fast across the screen, but it feels to me like Dizzy is going to have, if given a space, right, can litter the screen with crap. And that could make it a little trickier or more limited on how KNE can approach Akiuta.
That's true, but at the same point, most of the movement options for Jam are suited to deal with most of the bullshit out of Dizzy.
Yeah, I think that might be the main thing, is that Dizzy has no way to really cover her being one with the pavement.
Yep.
Oh.
Oof. Yeah, bad boost and immediately going for an overdrive. That's a shit ton of damage. Dizzy is made out of smoking paper, and as her name suggests, easily gets dizzied. So.
Yep. So good start there from KNE, but already the challenge here from Akiuta, pushing KNE towards the corner. However, not able to keep him grounded just yet. Trying to send out these far normals, does find a hit, and Dizzy, one of the privileged characters, to be able to get a mid-screen combo off of her throws.
Yeah, that's true, that's a good advantage, but when you're facing Jam that has mobility and also can convert out of god fucking anything. Oh, but now, beautiful sequence out of Akiuta, locking KNE on the corner, but KNE gets the knockdown, trying to set up the pressure, gets the hit. That's going to start the 8.
Oopsie there.
Dragon RC gets another one, gets still. There's a lot of damage done onto Akiuta. Oh, but air grab.
Nice. Smart used to just quickly get the OTG hits in to kill. Round a piece to both players. Akiuta with the means to really set up a suffocating bit of pressure that can completely storm over KNE, but when it gets to holding the defense against KNE, it's a little bit of a struggle here. As I say, they block everything.
Yeah, you can block everything, but if you cannot deal with the aftermath, good luck dealing with that. But this sequence of grabs and tech is working beautifully. Oh, but now KNE is loose, burst out from Akiuta. That's another knockdown, and this time their setup is working.
Yeah, a good bit of damage too. Really cool combo and finds the empty jump low was so clutch. Akiuta is going to take the first game over KNE. Is perfectly balanced? Yes, problem. Problem?
Yeah.
Just don't let her set up projectiles. Duh. Just block her pressure.
And just do like a couple of counter hits, and she's going to get dizzy, and it's a punching back. Therefore, it's perfectly balanced.
Yeah. Oh. Nope, we're not counting the amount of cancels left. Oh, good air throw. Very good stuff. Sets up the ice fish. And that's going to prompt the burst from KNE. Already both players without burst. Some damage being taken here.
Max knockdown ready for KNE just in case. Good defense by Akiuta. Not leaking that much damage from that sequence, but no, KNE is going to get the grab. We are going to see the air follow-up. That is full bar for KNE. Gets a couple of reds, but that's a weak payout, in my opinion.
The 5D was just a little off here, but Akiuta really content to hold the block, but we see now the throws are starting to be mixed into the pressure. The 2-hit 6P, who let KNE say this move was bad, takes the first round of game 2.
Akiuta gets the first knockdown. Doesn't manage to convert a lot of damage, no? Yep.
Oh.
That's interesting. Sets up another laser. The switch up is not going to work.
Oh, 6HS finds his mark, and look at his damage. More than half, pushing a little bit more. Holy, wants all of that. OTG hit. Trying to see if one more count hit's going to come out. Air-to-air is going to give up a bit of space here for Akiuta to try and play. Trying to set up the screen with as much stuff as possible. Finds the mark, quickly swap it to the other side. Both YRCing.
Okay, and another ice pillar. Another seed, this time is going to assist. But KNE blocking. Oh, beautiful. Fun is there catching that 2P. And now insta pike there. 1-1 in the round.
Unfortunately there, we do see Akiuta trying to backdash a lot of things, but KNE's choice of throwing out multi-hitting moves to be able to get him on the second hit has been really fantastic. But already a great start here for Akiuta. Burst not hitting his mark, air-to-air, but can't keep KNE locked to the corner. But the challenges now are starting to come out. The active defense is being played once more.
Akiuta trying to litter the screen with fishes, with projectiles, but KNE beautifully navigating through everything, and now there is an opening. Akiuta is on the corner. KNE has bar for days, and there is a hit, and the conversion. Boof. We are going to be converting this one.
What a parry on the burst there, though. Akiuta getting close to the 50-meter mark, able to block out the mix-up, but not find a combo just yet. However, able to find a quick opening thanks to the throw here. Ice Fish comes out, shimmies, and again finds the throw. Not enough to kill you, but should be approaching the final mix-up. Overhead connects, but the air throw reset. My goodness, Akiuta on set point.
Akiuta is truly cooking. KNE needs to get a couple of games out of their hat in a moment. Gets another one, gets another one. Grab. It's going to be a very dangerous sequence there.
See Akiuta trying to escape here, but Kani able to set out the air normals just high enough to tag them and making sure that they stay in his corner. But the 2S anti-air will be a great little opening here. A bit of space being developed. The aim of the game here is to try and get the take the burst from Kani too as well.
Now getting clipped. Yeah, getting clipped at 6H. That fire spike just is going to be paying for Kani. Pixel health, but Kani gets the air grab this time.
Below connects.
Akiuta blocking, but no, there is the opening.
Oh my god, Akiuta almost ran away with it, but I think might have done a little oopsie there on that 5D. So final round between both players. Akiuta still has the burst to his name. Not likely to see it come back from Kani anytime soon. And this big puffball counter hit is a great start. However, no knockdown, able to escape the corner. But we see the challenging coming the way of Kani.
Yeah, we are saying that Akiuta gets the 6H. Couldn't convert to much yet. DP is whiffed by Kani, but still being safe this time. Akiuta gets the knockdown, straight hits. No true pressure there. There is a knockdown. Are we going to go for a mix-up? Not yet, and Kani gets the grab.
Akiuta not too pressed, just holding the pressure for the time being. Has the burst available. Ice Spike finds his mark. Flame Pillar sends out the Fire Fish. Tries to go for the 5D, but dead angle denies it. YRC Ice Spike skip the neutral real quick. 2D doesn't quite hit the install, but it's a quick run-up punch. Both players getting into the critical life deficit.
Oh no!
Was it a gold burst? It was, but Akiuta was too busy trying to challenge. Oh, too busy on wake up. Final hit here. Burst is available for Kani. It lasted that long. Just opts to burst out, looking for that final hit to connect. We're throwing out big buns as much as possible here. Either player fishing for an opening, but Kani just gets the whiff punish.
Yeah, it was a situation of both players fishing for a hit. No bar for anyone, no chance for a Roman, and that dastardly quick dive kick from Jam is going to send Kani onto that.
Wow, that is some really good performance there from Akiuta. So looking forward to seeing some more from his side on the losers run. First, we're now in for a very, very special treat. It's going to be Pet versus Leap, the Pot Mirror in Big 2025.
Not something that we had on our bingo card.
Nope.
I don't expect anybody to have that in their bingo card. Happens once when they start say, yeah, we're going to have this kind of game, but it's going to be interesting.
Stars do align. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yep.
See, normally an interesting. The interesting thing about mirror matchups is there are characters that do fight into their own mirror because they have the appropriate response to their pressure, and there are characters that don't do so fine into the mirror matchup. I feel like Pot has an okay chance into himself, mainly because they just, you can oh, let's go! They know the vibe, they know what's up.
Yeah, they know the vibes, they know the rules of engagement. It's customary to pay respect to your opponent. Backdash, give an appropriate bow, and then start laying it off. And Pet is going to be the one that gets that first pot buster.
Oh, a little bit of mid-screen custom action against Potemkin. Very nice. Deep also do it? Yeah, let's go. Oh, over. Oh my god, blitzing on the meaty.
Okay, good play on Pet, who is having a like I said, that backwards mega fist out of Leap is going to take that first blood.
Nice, pop buster whiffing deep there with the punish, but the 6P counter hit. Now setting up beautifully for some damage here as well. Some of that corner carry. Quick frame kill, just wants to use the slide head to approach, but back dash, ground throw, 6P blowing through the possibly the far slash there.
Okay, boost up from Leapfrog. Gonna beat Pet's attempt to blocking. Trying to get some punishes. That is confirmed. Boost on the 2S. Flicking the flick. The tennis game. The tennis game.
Oh my god, silliness ahoy. Good IBs here from Pet.
Okay. Flick, flick, flick. Ah.
As funny as it is, you still have a game to win.
I don't care at this point. The funny preserve and that is Pet is going to go for Trishula, 6A, another Trishula, and the hit knuckle is going to be enough. Even in a serious game, there are times for flair.
Certainly. So we go, final round of game one. Flick not quite in time for the slide head, a little too early. Good cancels, making sure that...
Oh, okay. Almost messing the flick there, Pet.
Inside, inside. Ooh, big 2D. Enough of the insides.
My god. Okay, Mega Fist forward, getting the hits, another JD in.
I don't think I've seen the screen shake this much aside from Jam.
Nope, that's true. Okay, Pet with almost full bar, Nyphi with almost full bar, except a couple of RCs there. What are we going to go? Just air approach, boost out from Pet. Wait, flicking the ACPM, that's a new one.
It was already active, luckily for Pet. Oh, sorry, luckily for Leap, so... Pet, oh my god, barely in the space to get that vacuum on that pop buster, and the first game is gonna go the way of Pet.
I think I have to agree with and the corn lol exact pot mirror. Game almost commentates itself with the amount of sheer bullshit on screen.
It can be a bit Looney Tunes sometimes, but or at least from a spectator's view, it can be quite Looney Tunes. But it's a lot of smart decision making, and you don't want to end up being caught up too much in the funnies, especially like flick football or like the flick tennis, because the moment you're just sitting there trying to set up for the flick against the projectile, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what I was alluding to towards Pod having an interesting option to himself, which is you can just snatch him out of hammer ball.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Oh, my god, Pet. Beautiful reaction there. That was what? JD... No, Jump Blitz? Out of Clifford that was punished with that Trishula?
Oh, very nice. Already just about almost half health being taken here, boy.
Oh,
Buster so clean against these hammer falls. Double backdash. He's gonna RC to get a little bit more damage out of these throws, as well as make sure that Pet is blocked to this corner. 2S, unfortunately hitting straight into armor frames. It's blocked to 50-50. Sets up for a nice pop buster punish.
okay. And oh, beautiful sequence there. Pet managing to still getting another pop buster. Not going for the follow-up this time, but just road dogging another one. Roman 6H. Oh, messes up. No. Oof.
It wasn't meant to be. Just barely, just a little off from finding the hit against Pet there, but it's gonna be Pet taking it 2-0 over his fellow Potemkin, sending Leapfrog down to the loser side to live out the rest of this bracket. So our winners finals has been locked in to be Pet versus Kani, who we will get back to later. Currently, we're just waiting on the loser side to catch up a little bit, as Koji and Nyphi are waiting for their opponents. So that is a prime time to shill, of course, the matcherino. So we have 35 codes left to be claimed. So head on over. Oh my god, he found the frog! Let's go! It's beautiful. Claim codes. 35 codes left to be claimed. Hit the contribute button. Or sorry, hit the claim code button. Contribute button is an extra step if you're feeling extra generous. But with the claim code button, you'll be prompted to sign in if you haven't done so already, and you can do so with the service of your choice. Once you have done that, you will have added 25 cents to the prize pool. We have 35 codes left to be claimed. 49 of us here in chat. We can do better. Let's get it.
Yeah. I mean, the moment that we have more people in chat, the codes remaining means that you that are watching the stream, you can go there and claim your code. You can do your part. You can add those 25 cents to the prize pool to help the winner pay for a kebab pizza or similar. It's your duty to do that. Thank you, Boku, for doing your civic duty. Yes, I've been playing too much Helldivers lately.
It seems to be a really good spot as of late, which is nice to see the recovery for Helldivers after the PlayStation account sign requirement fiasco.
Oh, but that went extremely fast. The moment that the player base went kind of ballistic, the numbers are pretty good right now. And if you're playing Helldivers, do yourself a favor and do the goddamn squids. They are invading Super Earth. Okay?
No, methinks me fight bugs.
Out. Out. It's your civic duty to report him to your nearest democracy officer. Democratic officer, yes. Yeah, for re-education. Everything that we are saying is a satire and we do not condone this kind of fascist state.
Helldivers
is a game.
Squid Game? Wow. Squid Game new season coming? What? No way. Squid Game?
Nope. Well, you can do some Squid Games if you go to save Super Earth.
True.
But yes. If you want us to still ramble about Helldivers, you are good. You are okay. We would like to continue rambling, but we are still waiting for a couple of games. Gerran, Silboy, and Tiny versus Old Sleep. And we have the first one, which means that we have the first game ready to go. It's going to be Gerran versus Koji.
Absolutely. So.
Oh yeah, this is for you. Go for the Head Stomper shield.
Oh, Head Stomper? Already? We're shilling that already?
Yeah.
Not at the end of the bracket yet. Gratch is so greedy.
Doesn't matter.
Man. Yes, it matters. This guy's too greedy. He already wants the Head Stomper shield. My goodness. But yeah, we got 51 big ones pulling up to play some Xrd at Head Stomper. So it's gonna be one hell of a ride. Not only that, like just the community games in general have been really popping off. Highlights being Uni and CF and Xrd. There's some other ones that aren't doing as crazy, but Ratch and I will be very busy that weekend. Wait, what's Head Stomper exactly? It's where you, in Smash, so when you jump on top of the opponent, right, they fall down. And they can't...
Isn't that called the spike?
No, it's called footstool.
Well, either way, Head Stomper is the main tournament in the Nordic area that I know, happening in Malmo in next week. Well, no, this weekend.
Oh, trying to parry his way through the balls, but no available. Players a little bit even on health here, but the risk that you give is with all this space you leave between you and the Venom is just an opportunity for him to set up his own miserable game plan of littering the screen with projectiles.
Oh, but now Koji trying to take those opportunities, but Gerran just expertly denying all the approaches. Beautiful job on space denial.
Again, we see attempts here to get the tatami mat to connect. We find the throw. I streamed so much Drive Baiken, I was half expecting the rope tip here.
Yeah, that happened to me too at the start. Oh! Going for a raw Dark Angel just to bait Koji! That's a 5-head move.
It's a very clutch way to play because if I'm not mistaken, Baiken cannot Azami supers, so you effectively force Koji into a situation like, okay, are you really going to hold this with this last bit of health you have, or are you going to try and jump? And, well, you know what space you need to cover that the Dark Angel isn't.
No, that's true. But still. 5-head.
Beautiful stuff here. Oh, able to find the Kabari. Quick reach through. Slight life advantage, but it's still Koji that has to chase down. Right, without a proper bit of Oki, it's just space here for Gerran to try and back away and set up his own game plan. The low profile under the burst.
Yeah,
2-5.
managed to go under the bush, but cannot completely punish that. Koji still alive. Oh, gets the air parry. Just gonna be a couple of hits, no wall to go for the dash loops. Oh, the blitz is going to buy Gerran so much value.
But it's going to be ultimately Gerran coming out on top. The unfortunate consequence of not being able to secure Oki against Venom is that you have to constantly chase him down. Otherwise, that is him backing up, trying to set out the projectiles, and playing from there.
Early boost from Gerran, just trying to not get swallowed in Baiken's oppression. Good. Boost out from Koji. Going to try to set the patient together, but no. That angle, the parry is going to nullify Gerran's approach. But the perks of having long range normals, you can deny some of Baiken's approaches.
There we go. Oh, wow! Just willing to challenge the throw there on the pixel health, which, you know, pretty good choice to do. You might as well try something here with your life on the line. Now we see a complete reversal of pressure. Koji having to dead angle out now, looking for that last hit to connect, and just able to clear the stinger aim with the JS.
Yeah. Baiken's JS having the perfect amount of reach and speed to be a nuisance. Good catch on the teleport there by Koji. And again, those teleports have been kind of muffled as of late.
And oh, finds a low here, quick set on the ball, but trying to bait out Nazami set up for Koji to escape the corner, so that is definitely a tricky bit about playing into Baiken, is the will she won't she aspect of her reversal defense.
Okay, another dive kick trying to nullify that 6p that is dangerous.
Oh, no, deadly 6-speed. Able to come out. A lot of Azami parrying, but you see Gerran getting wise and trying to avoid it for the time being. Both players pretty close on life here. Koji does find the low, and that should be a wall combo. Going for the burst super to absolutely guarantee and secure the kill. And tying up the game one apiece. Sorry, the set.
Yep. Exactly, we're going 1-1 into the last game as a full game. I will say that we've seen both players getting more evenly matched as the game is progressing. I think the timing a lot on some of Koji's parries is starting to get sharper and sharper, especially preparing for Gerran, and Gerran, well, trying to endure some of the oppression that Baiken can throw at you.
IB, actually not able to swap out just in time, and the follow-up not hitting the right way. Still able to fetch Gerran from the air. JHS, man, that 6p is still nuts, right? Because like the JHS reaches so deep, it's a very tricky move to end here, but Venom 6p just comes out so fast.
Yeah. Ooh. Baiken with the grab on the corner, it's going to be the dash loops. Yes, and last parry setting up. XP is going to miss, and Gerran is just going to run over Koji.
Gerran opting to back away, the ball able to barely trade and cover. Gerran for what could have been quite a bit of damage to HS fishing. A lot of good armor callouts, able to approach him here. Koji making some really good decisions on approach. You can narrowly avoid some of these control aspects of Venom.
Okay. Oh, easy.
Big momentum here. Both players close to equal on the burst situation. Koji just a little away from his. See Gerran already take to avoiding, but a big JHS. He's gonna pump the burst here to try and stay alive. Run up close slash. Get the parry, the punch on the parry, but the ball disrupting the combo. Still finds another hit, and again the punish on a parry attempt.
Now Koji forced to be on defensive duties. Boost. Nope. That's not enough, and now it's the boost. Per se, Bishop gets invoked, and we're going for that danger time. And Gerran gets the grab. This should spell defeat for Koji. No, Koji's still alive, and there is the last hit.
That is the most unfortunate dead angle that got low profiled, man. That is that's a very disheartening thing to see there at the very end. And that is also going to be it for Koji. Yet again, making another top 8 appearance, but only so much. We're up next now, we're going to be having Steiny versus Nyphi. So what a hell of an opponent that Steiny is going to have to try and break his way through.
Yep. But that earlier happens the funnies in which that was here. Akiuta sent Nyphi to losers, therefore the poor soul that's going to face Nyphi has to pay the consequences. And sadly it was Steiny, but it's also a very good learning opportunity for Steiny.
I like how good Nyphi is with these situations, because we saw the Fafnir getting IB'd and he immediately gave the respect over to Steiny, but only briefly, very briefly. He's like, oh, you're not going to take this? 2D.
Yeah. You only need to show the amount of respect that they expect you to show. Anymore, and it's going to be overwhelming. On the clap also getting blocked. Trying to go for a wild throw at the end. It's too far. But it doesn't matter. Gets the Volcanic Viper. We're going to Roman it, keeping that party going on another Fafnir, getting the confirm. And Steiny alive with a pixel health. Nothing that a DP cannot cure.
Yeah, Nyphi looking for that throw reset kill there, but Steiny with a bit of understanding on how to take that situation away. Going for the early burst, but immediately we see Nyphi getting right back into the action. Says, we are not done yet. You may have avoided the damage for the time being, but I still want my gosh darn pressure. Volcanic Viper, Ground Viper coming out. As RC to make it safe. Good blocks on the custom corner mix here from Q, but can't unfortunately avoid the Gunflame.
And another dive keep connecting Steiny, very low on life, and the wild throw is going to seal it.
I'm not mistaken about Shinken. It does have invuln frames, but after that, like most of the holding the charge is going to only have a reduced upper body hitbox, so Gunflame is just going to get you out of it.
Gunflame is truly a tool for all kind of situations. Okay, good defense there by Nyphi. Oh, at this time the Shinken is going to connect another special corner mix-up. Big blocks by Nyphi. They need a couple of chip damage, but it doesn't matter.
I think Nyphi's definitely taking the... Oh my goodness. Oh my god, and the link to coast combo and also the damage to go with it. Interesting piece of mix there, big counter hit. Wasn't quite ready for the hit to confirm, but has the RC route ready to go for the kill, and Nyphi now on set point over Steiny.
What a way to play. Beautiful confirms out of Nyphi, and this time another pickup. We are not going to be seeing another beautiful combo as before, but still, this sequencing out of Nyphi, dealing a lot of damage onto Steiny. Another reset, Steiny forced to burst the blue orb just to give some sense of security. But Nyphi is not going to care about that.
Oh no, the Hayabusa going the wrong way. See a lot of 2Ds coming out, becoming one with the pavement. Big 6HS doesn't quite get the dash in, so can't find the kill just yet. And yeah, Steiny just calls it.
Steiny, kind of. Yep. It's a moment that you recognize that, yep, I tried my best. I got so far.
Didn't succeed.
Yep.
The crazy thing about that first punish that Nyphi did, I believe, or like at the very beginning, was he did 2D as an anti-air on the dive kick, and that counter hitted. But the fact was that Hume was high up enough in the air, and I think it's also just the size of the character that he was able to get Pendbringer off of it.
Then, well, when you get this kind of punishes, you have to admit and say, yeah, happens. The game is the game. But I prefer the way that Steiny expressed himself on the stream matches. channel. I think that's the best expression that you can make.
Certainly. So with that, we have our top 6 lined up, getting slowly towards the twilight of this bracket as we're going to be seeing Akiuta versus Gerran, hopefully coming up next, followed by Leapfrog versus Nyphi. Just before we get into action, a quick reminder that we still have plenty of codes to be claimed, 31 codes at that, so do make sure to head on over and get that sorted, right? Exclamation mark Matcherino, hit the claim code button and contribute 25 cents to the prize pool. We are hopping straight into Gerran versus Akiuta.
This is going to be an interesting matchup. Gerran has decent tools to get in, and yeah, DC has tools to keep out, but Venom also has tools to keep out. Going to be a mess of a matchup. Let's see who clutters the screen most, and for now it's going to be Akiuta. Gerran, a little bit of a bet with that blitz, and Akiuta is just going for a very basic route, but it's working beautifully.
I see a throw attempt from Gerran there, but didn't quite hit the mark, so that's a very confident round going to Akiuta. We do see a lot of priority going towards the red fish, which, you know, understandably is just a giant laser that covers the entire screen, so try as you might with all the ball sets, it is going to tag you towards the end here. But now, get Gerran here with a bit of pressure coming out, ice spike attempt, but just within the dead zone, and Gerran off to a great start here.
Yep, oof, max black hole charge and immediately going for a Dark Angel, yep.
Yeah, tip him out. Yeah. Surprising to see though, because Akiuta had a lot of meter to spare. This isn't a meter keep game, so question.
Maybe this time we're going to see Ice Fish. Gerran going, blocking for the first time and working. Akiuta, another Ice Fish attempt, going for another same side approach. The spike is going to miss. We're going to be in a bit of a jumble situation. More balls setting up. Blitz is going to get countered. No! Gerran tapped out too early.
Gerran trying to play into that blitz war situation. Harry Fish coming out here, teleporting just on top of the ball where Akiuta was waiting for, and now Akiuta still sitting on the burst. We see a bait come out. Beautiful IB. Get the throw off of it, and now Akiuta might be able to find the finish. 5D going into the 6 follow-up. Is it enough to find the kill here? We do have a lot of meat to play with, but opting for one final mix with the blitz to bust out through Gerran, closing out that first game.
Good attempt to just mess with your opponent by Akiuta, but that blitz just saying, no, I'm going to pass through everything that you're going to present to me is going to be enough. And that's something that I was expecting to happen. The amount of bullshit that Gerran is going to propose that's going to destroy the fishes in situ. It's happening a couple of times already and still happening. Have you seen it? Fish is spawned, ball is immediately going to nuke it.
Yeah, but the ball unfortunately not disappearing despite the hit there, so Akiuta having to just let the punish go, and that means that Gerran able to get away. So bit of stagger pressure straight into the regular throw, trying to air dash over. There's that Venom 6P, but Akiuta still just a little too fast, re-jumping right back in there. Mix-up coming out, but it is going to be the throw of Gerran.
Okay, and those black holes chipping away Akiuta's life to get to the into the ground we're going. There was not enough bar to go for a Dark Angel at that point, but it doesn't matter. The life advantage on Gerran's side is palpable, but Akiuta is going to make sure that there is no more.
It was a little unfortunate, those stray hits there, not quite in the right spot or execution to get the pickup there, but luckily able still to close it out with a round lead here in game number 2. Akiuta needs to win this to tie it up.
Oh, big teleport there. Gonna go for a full sequence. Akiuta onto the corner. Burst blocked. Manages to get out of there, but the pain is non-stopping. Back into the other side of the corner, and there is Dark Angel. That should be enough.
Absolutely. And the Dark Angel kill coming in just in time, right? So not hitting Akiuta too many times and refunding the burst gauge. As as we go into potentially the final round here. Gerran on set point, very close to the burst of his own. We see Akiuta try to take a little bit more of a screen littering approach, but finds a bit of that stagger pressure. Ice spike. Patience here from Gerran, although on the first hit, immediately bursting out, trying to get his own screen littering going.
Yeah, we have a black hole, a couple of regular balls. Another one on the teleport onto the black hole, charging another ball. That's going to be a lot of damage done onto Akiuta. Couple more balls. There's enough to go for a Dark Angel. But that DA out of Akiuta managing to buy precious moments.
The burst made, but it was a gold burst, so Akiuta brave enough to try and press. Finds a throw. It's into the corner, Firefish, but we immediately see Gerran try to jump out here. Like spike, kick him on the ground, not ready to block. Oh, might be able to do it. One final hit required.
One final hit. Still alive. And the grab by Gerran out of the Ice Spike Roman.
That was an absolutely insane IB into back throw there. So Gerran closing it out 2-0 over Akiuta. Nevertheless, right, Akiuta making a very solid, deep run in today's bracket, and especially taking some big names and also just putting on the work against some of the others. Now, we're going to be having Leapfrog versus Nyphi, a offline classic, actually.
That is true.
I think if the event is within the French area and Leapfrog is in attendance, you'll likely get to see a Leapfrog versus Nyphi match. So we'll see how this plays out, because it's yeah, I'm not sure actually. I'm just gonna let the game speak for itself, and then I will know for next time.
Yeah. That works.
That was an insane IP.
Okay. Right now, good defense barra offer from both players. Now Leapfrog is the one that's going to get the first meaningful damage on the board. Nyphi trying to poke Leapfrog with that 6S, but for right now, not working truly. Leapfrog, another burst, both players no burst, but now Nyphi is the one that's going to get in. There it is, that wild grab.
Yeah, show him who the real grappler is. Both play with a lot of meters to play with here, but jump in and then followed by the run in throw by Nyphi here. Good amount of damage being dealt, 100 meter to play with here. Dust loop. We should be able to see the kill of the Tyrant Rave, but Leapfrog willing to burst, try to fight for this round. Does get the Hammerfall count hit to connect. RC to push some more damage into HS Meaty. Will hit its mark. RC splat against the wall, and Leapfrog secures it.
That was ambitious by Leapfrog, and Nyphi trying to touch on wake up, being a little bit adventurous there, but not something that we can expect of a sole player to defend.
Big Fafnir counter hit. Trying to push the damage as much as possible, but the late air dash overhead is going to be 6 speed here. So quite a life deficit for Leapfrog to try and come back from, but knowing Potemkin, one good hit means that the situation can reverse.
Oh, the dive kick. That's going to be a lot of damage for Nyphi. Against the wall. Reset is going to get blitz, and the switch. Oh my god.
Able to avoid a lot of JPs, but just recover in time to block the final one. Knuckle extend. We need one last hit here for Leapfrog to take the lead, and the YRC Potemkin Buster. We saw the FD flash, so Nyphi was content to block. That spelled doom.
Yeah. Good reaction by Leapfrog.
Yeah, this is cathartic, right? It's the battle of the flag, so I like to see the correct flag orientation here.
Yeah, I was also going to make a joke. Is in the post game you only need to switch a flag 90 degrees and you get the winner.
Exactly.
Easy peasy, lemon completely squeezy.
Alright, Nyphi already off to a great start. Has Leap locked into the corner, a life advantage to play with here. Leap is without his bag of tricks to find a way out, especially this defense very nicely on point. However, ground throw getting beautifully baited out here by Nyphi, and we still see him maintaining this life lead. Excellent jump over the flick projectile, trying to push a little bit more damage, but ooh, just in time generates the meters, shouldn't get the OTG kill, but the raw gunflame on the wake up will find its mark.
Cool. Yep. Good defense as Leapfrog manages to push a good amount of damage onto Nyphi. Both players respecting each other, and now Nyphi managing to get a couple of gunflames blocked, which means it's time to get a little bit more aggressive. Oh, DP on the 2H. And Leapfrog getting out of there more or less unscattered.
That was a really smart RC from Nyphi there, because the burst was done in such a way that it didn't connect, and Nyphi would have to go for the follow-up to get Oki, which puts you in a counter hit state on recovery.
Oh, now Nyphi once again putting Leapfrog on near the corner. The Botbuster misses. That 5k anti-air out of Nyphi is going to seal this game 1-1.
Certainly. So, Frog, a little bit of a concerning situation. Nyphi might have warmed up to his antics. So we'll see if he can shake it up enough to catch Nyphi off guard yet again and find these openings he'll need. Starting off with an excellent 6p reaction there.
Oh no. Good block on the DP for Leapfrog. Ah, missing the Podbuster there. And Nyphi, once again, trying to go aggressive.
Ooh, Blitz. Fortunately not hitting the mark, able to get away with murder, but still trying to burst away, but the 5D8 connecting here. Gonna be a nice group of damage, pushing him all the way to the corner, a little bit of an OTG, just IBs the gunflame, tries to backdash, but it catches him towards the tail end. Immediately, Nyphi with the big punish, ready to go, the air throw reset.
Yeah, that gunflame, too many active frames, and now Leapfrog gonna get the contact hit, gonna get the CVM on the corner. DP once again by Nyphi, and the follow is going to be enough set point for Nyphi.
Heartbreaking situation, the person you aren't cheering for in set point. See a lot of bullying coming out here from Nyphi, but the Hammerfall connecting. So immediately the challenge, Nyphi's making the situations as uncomfortable as possible for Leapfrog to try and run his mind games. This time the backdash, baiting out the DP, but no extensive punish. And the burst. Oh.
No, it's not looking good for Leapfrog. That was a golden opportunity that you should never waste like that. Nyphi gonna put Leapfrog onto the corner. This is going to be the last combo, and Nyphi is going to be advancing onto, that's going to be losers finals. Oh no, losers semifinals.
It's just semi-final, so sadly, that is it for the Frog, making it into top 6. So we got Gerran versus Nyphi, gonna be our semi-finals match. But first, we are finally going to take our return towards the winner's side of the bracket, where we got Pet and K&E patiently waiting for their turn to throw down for a chance at that winner's side grand final seat. And of course, our first to 3 of this set or tournament.
On the tournament. And before we go to the winners finals, remind everybody we still have those match arena codes. Remember everybody, we are more than 60 people on chat. We have still 28 codes to be claimed. If math is correct, we have double the amount of people on chat that codes remaining. Which means that every single one of you that have not yet claimed a code, go there, claim it. It's going to be the best for everybody. It's going to be adding 25 cents to those to that prize pool. Thank you, Nemesis. Adding even more cash to the players. Everything is and for the players, by the players, to the players. More or less.
Yeah, more or less. A little cut off the top for the TO, yeah, can't forget.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a thing that we should never told, that the TO is going to get a cut of what, like 90% of the prize money? Give or take?
Would take.
Yeah. And for everybody that's new here, we are joking as much as we can. It's a lot of sarcasm. We don't take anything for ourselves. Or not, at least they haven't told me yet. And I will need to go and claim like more than 2 years of Macherino payouts.
You're working up your way to the pyramid scheme, don't worry.
No, but yes, everything is for the players. We are never keeping anything. It's so that you can go and get your kebab pizza or equivalent in your area.
Sweeten the deal for all the newcomers. There is the ASK insurance plan, where if you claim a code, should somehow 25 cents be deducted from your bank account to a certain Macherino type bank account address, ASK will personally reimburse you with that money. Do not worry. This money is literally free for you. There is some background stuff going on here, but it's not your concern. Hit the claim code.
Yep. Yeah. Don't worry that much about it. Just claim the code. Help the players get some cash.
Alrighty. Last time we saw these two face off, we saw Pet have a bit of trouble dealing with Kaney effectively just constantly air dashing on him, which ended up having his 6P face the wrong direction a lot of times.
Yeah, the fact that from time to time characters cannot change position as fast as one would like. These things can happen, but it's very dangerous if it happens to you. Oh, what now? Pet, good block on Kenny. Boost could not manage to fully capitalize on it, but still, that's a good amount of damage. And now both players, no burst, more or less the same resources everybody, but Kenny has a couple of cards locked and loaded to be spent.
Nice, good meaty 5k, finding its mark. Trying to blitz out, but to no avail. Trishula meaty is going to hit its mark, and immediately RC setting up for a nice extension. Needs that final hit to connect, and there is the pot buster to do so. Pet off to a good start here. First round.
Yeah. That comment of Loic is truly it's funny.
Double Poland.
Double Poland in.
Don't let Kaney hear you say that.
Nope.
Oh my god, how many waterfalls do you need to eat?
Okay. Oh my god, Pet. Cooking!
Pro advice to people playing against Potemkin. Don't get hit by Hammerfall 3 times.
Exactly. Because if you get hit by that many Hammerfalls, if you are not dead yet, you're going to be in the future.
Oopsie there on that pot buster.
Oh! Bad burst there by Kenny. Pet gonna capitalize on it, and another Trishula meaty hits another buster. And the kill. Yeah. Pet started feeling the speed running, blood running through their veins, and well, ESA is not that far off. So why not prepare an entry for it? XR finals any percent?
That round start was an insane hard call out from both players that only went in Pet's direction, and already we see the momentum paying off stupendously here. Oh, that's a word. Stupendously. 5P just managed to get out, looking for response, and there is the big dab check. As Pet takes game 2.
Game 2 with a perfect nonetheless. That's a good amount of mental damage stacking up onto KNE. This pause is more than welcomed. Take a breather. Think a little bit. Don't get... Yeah. Start putting, I don't know, Versus theme just to get motivated.
Big weight on the pot buster there. Oh no!
Oh no!
Barely able to pull back away from the burst. And KNE just eating so much damage here.
Yeah, so much damage dealt. The booty drop is not enough. KNE is having almost full bar of tension. But low life. Now that there is Primordial, the Trishula roll, the second one, and there's UPM! And yes.
Somehow low profiling under the instant air dash DP 50-50 attempt.
Oh, and Nemesis, I agree on from Marvel 3, but the little bit arrangement of Birthday Light is goated. Highly recommended.
Very nice opening here for KNE, taking a bit of damage to Pet, as well as taking a life lead. Been a minute in many rounds since he's had that situation where we see the burst being cut to deny the momentum. 6HS almost connecting on that backdash there. See a lot of RC and meter being spent to try and keep KNE locked to his corner, but we do see him fly out, trying to throw out as many JHSs. If anything will stick, but so many counters.
Oh no, and there it is.
It's like, okay, good enough for me.
Okay.
How about?
Yeah, good enough for me. KNE knew what was going to happen. We're going to get sent to what we are in. That's going to be New Zealand, right? More or less.
I don't know.
If my memory serves me correctly,
The other side of the world from Europe, you mean?
yeah, I think it's New Zealand.
I've never thought about it. Any geography enthusiasts in chat?
Yeah, because if my memory serves me correctly, I don't know how to translate a place, but it's called the Antipodas in Spanish. It's around that area. From New Zealand to the Micronesia, that part of Oceania, that's more or less where. Yeah, that's more or less where KNE will have appeared.
Alrighty. In our final verse 2 set of this evening, Gerran versus Nyphi, and already Gerran to a little bit of a rough start, stuck in the corner, no burst available, able to teleport away. 45 near connects now, trying on that pressure. Patience paying off there, but still both players now have bursted away a lot of the early possible damage and momentum from the other, but it is still Gerran kind of on top here, able to poke out at Nyphi.
Yeah, good pokes, truly. And both players, it's truly what it is. It's a couple of stray hits, trying to ignore damage until now. Nyphi is the one that gets the first true hit on. Good damage there, and now it's going to be Gerran's time. A couple of balls set. Good defense by Nyphi, and it is the dive kick connecting. Let's see the setup. Setup is good, but defense is still a little bit better, but there is a limit on how much you can do on defense on this game.
Absolutely. Gerran taking that first round though. Nyphi eating a lot of those hits, has nicely rewarded him with a lot of burst gauge to play with here. But again, Gerran, beautiful bait, the patience, the burst coming out back in time. Did not suffer too much damage, but still, Nyphi hasn't quite found anything too consistent as of yet.
Okay. DA out of Nyphi, trying to stay alive. Gerran, beautiful job on the pressure. Nyphi trying to punish Gerran, but Gerran just immediately saying, nah, you're going to be in the corner, you are not going to be able to do much. Dive kick blocking, and that there is a limit. There is truly a limit on what you can do.
Yeah, so much blocking, and occasionally we see the DP come out, but he just hasn't had the best of time finding the right opportunity to do it, because Gerran seemingly has been just out of range from it connecting and able to set himself up beautifully for a punish. But now we see a really aggressive approach here, trying to get those Fafnirs as much out as fast as possible. Gerran, not too pressed yet, gets the jump in. Either player bursting as soon as they did last time.
Another boost out of Nyphi this time. Oh, a teleport. Buying precious moments for Gerran. Oh! Regular grab, gunflame pressure, but Gerran is managing to get out of there scotch-free. What a call-up on that teleport by Nyphi, but Gerran still alive, still willing to go to war.
Nice. Oh wow, able to low profile under the riot stance. Not quite sure that's what Nyphi was expecting, but still will probably take the opportunity to escape the corner. Bishop kind of just hanging there, swaps places with the other, but the Bishop into it.
Yeah.
Nice
Bishop just... It's a classic. Oh, I am just staying there until... Surprise, mother! I am relevant.
Oh, Gerran. A really good spot here. Nyphi not able to hit the burst. And now in a really dire spot. Gerran is running the pressure, finds the air throw, just denying all sorts of possibilities from Nyphi. A whole lot of chip damage coming out. No tension allowed to be had. RC to push some more damage. We are getting close to this Dark Angel finale.
And it's going to be happening in no time, but doesn't not even Dark Angel. Perfect for Gerran to close losers semifinals. And it's going to put Gerran versus KNE on losers finals.
My goodness, not
Tell me.
bouncing up. What? Anyways,
Yeah,
not the expected outcome we at least I saw. I'd assumed Nyphi would have had a little bit of a better time into Gerran. So it is a day of upsets today. But we'll see if that holds true, as it's now going to be Gerran versus KNE. This is the first time these players are coming across each other in this bracket. So we'll see. This matchup is tricky for Venom because Jam just has a way to just slip through the horizontal space. So a lot of times Venom has to play in a very more call-out fashion, where he just has to time his shots in such a way that they will bounce on the ground, where KNE might be trying to low profile under.
interesting battle. Right now, this is saying KNE just slipping away, slithering in between all the balls. Gerran already less than half-life remaining to spend. And that's just in the first stage of the game. Aggressive burst out of KNE, trying to break that defense open, but Gerran is truly stuck there. Difficult to remove even with hot water. Oh, but now, that should be the kill if KNE doesn't mess up. Another puffball, and the third one beaches. KNE putting Gerran on a sticky situation. There's another overhead. This time, that's going to be the one that forces burst out of Gerran. Dragon is still available. Waiting for the correct moment to deploy it. Now it's going to be the moment. Nope. Only going for the knockdown. KNE pressure. There is the dragon. And let's see the punishment. Still alive, and the grab for Gerran. That's there's been a lot of damage. That's good setup there, but KNE defense is good, is holding on. More than half tension.
Amazing. Basic dead angle burst is still available to KNE, so he might just be able to rip it out and say like, no, but Dark Angel, push KNE all the way to the corner and just, yeah, ambiguous, high-low, your whole entire player model covered by the Dark Angel as you just slowly jump into them.
Oh, that's 6 feet into the follow-up. Oh, that was the parry. That was the parry, right?
I blanked.
It doesn't matter. Gerran just spamming balls. KNE low, very low life. has a knockdown ready, but is this going to be enough? Dead Angle trying to push Gerran out of there.
Nice teleport. Gonna find a reset. Phases through, baits the burst. Beautifully done. Able to deal a whole lot of damage. Getting close to the closing life lead, but the Blitz hold. Finds the 2D. Not able to find the combo though. Still has the pressure and just flies on in. Gerran recovering it. Able to take a game 1.
The game was very rough. Both sides. We've seen Kenny demolishing Gerran at some point, and then Gerran from out of nowhere just scrapping by tooth and nail and Q and ball, grinding Kenny down. It's truly a match of this one. Now Gerran is gonna putting Kenny in the corner. Nope. Gets out of their gauge. Kick, counter hit, and Kenny has access to maximum knockdown. Burst out by Gerran. And the re-approach for Kenny, not worth it.
Very nice confirming, and Kenny able to close it out here, taking the lead. Game number 2. Back away. We can already see that like Gerran is having a bit of a troubling time setting up the projectiles, because just like that you can see how easy it is for Kenny to phase through, but when he sends him at these awkward angles it doesn't quite become the case. However, to set up for those angles, it's an entirely different issue.
Now Kenny, Gerran on the corner, that's a lot of damage. Charging max knockdown, but Gerran gonna find the opening. That's gonna be a lot of damage. Another couple of more balls setting up, just running with them. They are enough to conquer the space. They're not working. Knockdown connecting, burst, making it blitz on the air, rejecting the approach on the ground, and Kenny takes the game.
Kenny doesn't let him one chance to have something, immediately counter-adapting to the first time he ate a 6P trying to do Ryujin YRC to neutral skip. So here we are, a game apiece to both players. Already we see Gerran trying to poke a little bit more here, but man, Kenny just sending it with these air dashes. It's so tricky to deal with.
Certainly, now Gerran, good round start trying to go for the couple black holes, but Kenny jumping out, pushed out Gerran. Trying to be aggressive, gets the grab, but Kenny says no.
Very nice, low to the ground air throw there, good stuff. Doing a lot of chip damage, but also look at the meter on the side of Kenny. Using 50 of that to dead angle away, has another 50 to play with, but that falling normal was a absurd one to deal with. So the last 50 being spent to dead angle yet again. To block it out. All of the cancels. No, doesn't quite find the kill, and immediately the challenge there from Kenny.
Yep, and good challenge it is. Another follow-up by the Rick, and immediately going for the Phoenix. It's going to be the Dragon. Perfectly, but not enough. And the follow-up later. Kenny taking the advantage for the first time in the whole finals. Oh, good block there by Kenny. Gonna put some pressure onto Gerran. A couple of stray hits working out. Gerran managing to buy some space. Kenny's defense is holding on. Switching sides, and Gerran gets the beautiful air grab burst off by Kenny, but now Gerran is going to be the one that putting Kenny onto the corner with the grab. One ball, another hit, keeping that pressure going. It's non-stop. When are we going to be seeing Dark Angel? Not needed.
Not required. Both are now tied up nicely in rounds and games, though Kenny has the advantage quite heavily here on the burst gauge. Already finds the first opening. Still not able to get a massive conversion going, so a little bit of luck from Gerran. However, his 6HS being whip punished thanks to the RC, pushed into the corner. Massive life deficit.
Certainly, but now Kenny managing to get a grab. That's going to be a good amount of damage, and Gerran is not enjoying a huge life lead. On the contrary, he's on the back end, and the overdrive is going to seal it. Kenny 2-1 up.
Kenny very interested in getting that run back against Pet in the grand final. So 1 game away with separating him from that. So can Gerran do any more damage, or is this going to be it? Already a good start here for Kenny, though Gerran able to find a few stray hits. Nothing too convincing as of yet, but there's the first combo immediately being burst away because that knockdown into the corner could spell quite a disastrous state for Kenny.
It really can, but right now Kenny handling Gerran as efficiently as he can. Air boost there, but the end grab by Kenny. Forcing also at that angle, not having access to all those overdrive by Venom. That's important. Kenny gets the ground anti-air. A lot of damage done, and the follow-up, but no, Gerran counter hitting. Okay.
Very nice. Getting into a position where he could almost close it out.
Almost another teleport. Empower ball, and that is a combination between the ball and the Q. Gerran, one more game to force the 5th one. Kenny needs to win 2 more to be on the finals. If not, there's still another full match, but probably don't want to go there. Don't let your opponent have more chances.
Especially, well, it's also about carrying on steam through the set here, so Kenny definitely wants to try and close this out without expending too much of his own mental gauge here. Finds a nice 6HS, he's going to be dealing a good chunk of damage. Unfortunately, doesn't have any more meter to push it further, but doesn't need to sacrifice Oki due to already having a Get Green card charged up. We're now a round apiece. Kenny, though, on set point here over Gerran. Gerran does have the burst to play with, and immediately taken towards the skies. The projectile finding its hit against the puffball.
Gerran dealing a good amount of damage. Kenny managing to get out of the corner. That was a very serious situation, but still on blocking duty. The approach option was stifled for a moment, but now that red Roman cancel is going to ensure a good amount of damage, or at least force the burst out of Gerran.
I couldn't quite convert off that first ball hitting, so immediately Kenny going for the mash there, but so getting thrown into the corner by Gerran has set up for a significant life lead. He's going to have to burst here. Both players with 50 meter on the table. We see the YC being used. He has to drag Gerran to the corner. Dead angle to create a bit of space. We're down to the final hit required. The blitz hits the mark, but doesn't wall splat.
No, doesn't wall splat, but still Kenny managing to find the opening. That's gonna be some damage. Is going to get enough bar to go for a half. There is the red. No more resources for Kenny, which means that we are going to go to game 5.
And clutching it out, 1 game away from denying Kenny the rematch.
Kenny starting strong. Ooh, evading that dive kick. That's a lot of damage onto Gerran. Full coast to coast, and there we are going. Managing to get out of the dive kick is still not enough. Putting in most very sticky situations, that's going to be a Kenny round right now, unless Gerran can say something.
There it is again, Kenny on that set point, just looking to overwhelm Gerran completely. At the same time, Gerran said, like, you know what, that kind of sucked. I'm going to hang on to my burst. Ooh, fortunately, throw attempt not quite working out. So Kenny, footsies.
Yep, we do play footsies in this game from time to time. Oh, and Kenny already putting Gerran in a very sticky situation. Gonna get set a couple of balls. Is this going to be enough? Not really. Kenny is just going to run through all of them. There is aggressive burst. Trying to fish for air grabs there. Now, oh, the overhead is going to connect. There's a lot of damage, and Kenny has enough to go for any of the supers. We're going to install Insta-kill, is he going to insta-kill? Nobody's going to be at the end either way.
Don't know what happened there with the last game for KNE, but he just kind of went as fast as possible. Just make sure to always be in Gerran's face, always pressing, always trying to just tussle, look for trades, try to come out on top. Make sure you keep the Oki running, because I guess he noticed that it spelled doom whenever Gerran was able to get a hold of KNE, especially in the corner.
Yeah, at those moments, the amount of bullshit that a Venom can do is difficult to stop. You have a lot of balls chipping at you. You have the normals chipping at you. And if you miss a single block, you can read a single grab, it's GG, well played, see ya next round. So for now, we are going to Grand Final. Remember, everybody, KNE needs to win 2 in a row to be crowned the champion of this tournament. Oi.
I will tell. What the hell are they talking about? Hold on.
Bulls not triggering Hellfire, I don't know. But you know what we know? Is that you can go and claim a match arena code before the grand final starts.
True.
Yeah, go there, exclamation point match arena on chat. We still have 25 codes remaining. KNE himself claim a code right now. If he can do and he's in the goddamn grand finals, you can do it. Go there, claim a code, add some money onto this prize pool.
Alrighty, here we go. Grand finals of this week's Salty EU. The last one before the big head stomper bracket. PsychedelicPet versus KNE. Coming in from the loser's side, is going to have to try and win 6 games to take the tournament.
Easier said than done, especially against a monster like it's PsychedelicPet. But we do know that KNE can do it. The thing is that is Pet going to allow him to do that? One hammerfall eaten. 6k trying to go for the second, but KNE this time is going to challenge it.
Oh my god, beautiful blitz. Solid response to the problem that KNE throws at him of constantly being on the other side after instant air dashing, but the 6P cannot quite connect. KNE here doing a bit of damage. We see the Giganto come out, big trade. And the stagger mash not recovering in time before the 6HS is able to connect here. First round going towards Pet.
Oh no, the chop connecting there for Pet. That was a lot of damage done onto KNE. Charging max knockdown. That's going to be worth something. The problem is that can you spend that card efficiently? Oh! Danger time. Ooh! That's a lot of damage.
I'm not surprised it didn't do too much considering danger state even.
Nope.
We'll move.
No. Well, I mean, Potemkin healthy, but still, we were expecting a lot more damage. Another Giganter kind this time is going to take luck, but buying enough time to just die on the other side of the road.
Oh wow.
Okay, Puffball trading there. Max Dragon charge for KNE this time. Against the corner we are connecting. Yep.
Pet just opting for burst here. He still has to mind the threat of the blue Ryujin though. The Trishula is just going to connect. That should be the ICBM all the way into the corner here. Again, RC connecting though. Trying to bait the burst and KNE waiting for it. Immediately tech runs here. IB sets up for the throw, trying to get a bit of damage going. That blue region still a threat as always. A lot of meter to play with as well. 50 meter used to make the PK safe, but has managed to push Pet all the way to the other side of the screen.
Oh, 6P for Pet. That's going to be really good. Followed up by the hit knuckle, and now KNE is just going to get slapped. Beautiful chop by Pet and gets that first game. That Max Ryujin at the end was worth nothing.
Even then, right, like holding onto a max fusion card is as much the threat of having it than it is coming out, right? So it does alter the way the opponent plays a little, but of course, if you never end up using it, then you kind of it feels bad, man, of like, what if I did use it?
Yeah, it's a classic that you know that you have a threat on your hand. Your opponent knows that you have a threat on your hand, but if you don't use it, what's the point? And this time we have maximum knockdown for KNE. I'm going to be saying the sequence here. Nope. Oh, 6P crossing up. That's what you said before, Jagger. Too fast on the air to 6P.
Yeah, we see that frequently. We do know that Pet has the read down of like, okay, he will air dash over me. Or like he will try to jump at me, but the fact that he's air dashing over where the 6P can't connect has just been the main pains that Pet has had as of late against KNE. But still, we'll find the Pop Buster, and again, another round to his name. One away from solidifying his lead. 2 games.
I am enjoying the way that Pet is using those yellow cancels to weave between the phasing in and those fast air dashes. There's been a couple of times that he already went for a yellow to just, okay, reposition, recharge, and punish KNE. But now KNE, maximum reusing, normal knockdown. It's a very dangerous situation, but as we said before, can you spend it? This time he's going to be spending the reusing already, blocking the burst. That's a lot of damage blocked. A lot of tension gauge built for KNE that's half ready to be spent.
Pet is such a
glow.
He gold bursts and immediately tries to hammer fall, but now he's eating a whole lot of damage, tries to go into the bow, and I don't think he even needs a sweet spot to get the kill. Both players around now, so KNE 1 away from tying up the set. They both have burst. See how it goes. Minus on hit Mega Fist, very sad.
Yeah. It's sad until it's more or less positive on hit and you start crying. Okay, beautiful sequence out of KNE. That's a lot of damage dealt onto Pet. Another knockdown build. Oh, beautiful defense. Backdash is not enough. Pet in a sticky situation. Another backdash dust blocked. One hammerfall connecting.
Yeah,
oh, and the 6-hits also connecting.
Oh, hammerfall again.
Hammerfall.
Trishula. ICPM just.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, the second Trishula is blocked.
Oh,
Pet has burst. KNE has burst. And the bot buster is going to seal it.
Doesn't matter. That is very sad. KNE was definitely in a really good spot that should another challenge come out, he had the chance to burst, but what if that challenge was Pop Buster?
6P a little bit too early for that dive kick. And the booty is not enough. KNE, phasing through that hammerfall.
Beautiful stuff, bring it back down to the mid screen, but gets scooped up by the Pop Bust, and instantly you almost see all that life advantage disappear. ICPM attempt to try and escape, able to just get the PRC out in time to not hold too much damage with the JD counter hit. And now slowly Pet is creeping to a life equalization situation.
Certainly, now more damage being dealt, charging double knockdown charge just in case for KNE. That's going to be thrown in the end. International Potemkin ballistic machine detected.
Nice ICPM, bring him back down to the ground. Try to go for the unblockable there, but fortunately timed it a little too early. Great air-to-air from KNE here. RC wants to push a little bit more damage, try to get that final hit in. Great beat to do it. Pull in.
Okay.
Using harmful break to try and psych out KNE, but this time 6P is able to find its target. KNE stuck into the corner, a big frame kill straight into the Pop Buster. Corner extension, just look at all this extra damage he's pushing out. Unfortunately, not able to find the knockdown, but still big life advantage to play with.
That's a lot of damage dealt. The burst, the dash is going to get missed. KNE putting himself again on the corner, but at least is going to get a couple of hits. That's a lot of damage dealt. Oh, but another 6p. Easy BPM again. Roman and the hit knuckle. And you know what this means, right, Jagger?
Tournament point there for Pet and Kaney with no burst. Still, not a terrible situation, right? Can suffer a couple hits before it comes back online in this route, but is that a trade you want to take? Is that the life position you want to be at by the time the burst comes back up? And already, see a whole lot of damage coming out. Oh my goodness.
A lot of damage. Oh, Trishula, another 6k, another Trishula. Kenny gets out of there, but his life is almost out. And Pet has burst also if need be.
Yeah, I mean, double scary is the fact that Kaney's at such a health position that if the response from Pet on one of these pressure situations is for him to do Pot Buster, that is damage that will kill and he cannot burst.
Exactly. As of right now, Kenny still very much alive. Oh, Trishula connecting, and the second one is going to be enough.
What? And that was the third like dark horse option, is that he does Trishula on wake up, where he can low profile under the burst. Holy!
That's not something I was expecting. I mean, we've seen Pet do this a couple of times already. We've seen that.
Oh,
but still,
answer. Let's go, man. Yeah, so Kaney debuting the answer, making it all the way to second place, which is really impressive for a new character, especially amongst a list of such heavy hitters, the likes of Leapfrog, Nyphi. Oh no, never mind. It was jammed this whole time. My fault.
Yeah, sad. But yes, we were tricked by answers. High-level secretary expertise, B2B, whatever. I don't know. I was trying to go for the LinkedIn joke. But hey, almost.
Well, yeah. Well, with that, PsychedelicPet is this week's big ol' winner. So going to be taking, I believe, all the money from the prize pool. Which, speaking of which, there are some codes left to be claimed. So now that you know who's the winner, if that was something that was holding you back, please do not hesitate to claim and clean up those last bit of codes. We got 23 and viewers to spare. I see some of you leaving though, so don't do that.
Do as the Hypnofrog says, claim the codes. Claim the code.
Sweet.
Claim the code.
We got codes left, and we should claim them because, you know, as you guys said, end of the bracket, it ends here. Pet is the winner before Headstomper, since he's gonna be there, right? So that's a good motivation boost, right? That he can stay consistent like this, because this run was insane today. Like I don't think he dropped a game, maybe. Did actually? Let's check that. Let's check that. Another drop. Yeah, he didn't drop a game. A flawless run. So that's yeah, he's gonna be Headstomper. Yeah, so I assume. Yeah, Pet is gonna be there. Yeah.
Oh.
Pet is gonna be there.
That's gonna be.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a hell of a ride.
Yeah, I was helping Pet much as possible because he was like not sure if he can come and stuff. So I was like siphoning information behind the scenes constantly to him, just so he makes sure he can come.
Oh, beautiful.
But yeah, and also speaking of Headstomper, seeding dropped an hour ago. So for all you in the bracket, you know, if you go right at this link, you can already see the Xrd seeding. You can do a live reaction actually if you guys want. You can do like a live.
Let's go for the live reaction.
Live reaction. All right, let's see the top 8 seeding. All right, so I have it here.
I am not going to be there.
Let's see.
It's going to be interesting to see who.
So, Xrd. Oh god, my path is also there. Alright, so let's see what's top 8 seeding. How is it looking? How was our top 8? So, boom! So Piyato seed 1, Pet seed 2, Mini seed 3, Devo seed 4, Kitty at Large Lad seed 5 and 6, and Nayat and Snap seed 7 and 8. Kinda clean. Kinda stacked bracket. Look at this. Look at this top 8. Kinda. Oh wait, I gotta do this. I gotta do I'm hiding it, you know. Bam bam. There we go. There you go, I can see it perfectly. So yeah, this is our top 8, so looking kinda nice. And then if you go to the pools, let's see, just let's quick glance at the pools, you know. So we have out of pools in like the top 16, we have Gerran, Swampen, Arin, and Rex on one side. And then on the other side, we have Captain, Jester, me, and Versal. So nice bracket, really nice bracket. There's a lot of names here, like you can see. Also just outside the bracket, like Ultinate, I saw. My boy Blind is there, so you know. Really nice. So bracket looking real good. I'm really excited. So, you know, with that, so the overlay is breaking. today is there we go. There we go, we're back. Okay. Yeah, evil salty. Actually, like I'm behind the scenes, you know, and then everything's big apart. But you know, that's gonna be it from us. I'm gonna send you guys over to Pia. He wasn't playing today because he was practicing for Fatal Fear, right? Because he's competing there at Stomper also for it. So for him, it's the it's like the main prize, right? So
big salary money.
See, he's been having a lot of fun with the game. Actually, it's like the first time I've seen Pia have fun with a game like this, like a new game, right? In a long time. So you know,
wow.
He's enjoying himself. So you know, I can't shame the man, and he's feeling very confident. For example, like he told me, he's like, I'm not practicing at all. I'm just gonna go in like as I always do, right? Since he feels can pretty much take. I mean, he's seed 1, so. You know. But you know,
yeah.
With that, I'm gonna send you guys over to Pia. Go shame him for not joining the bracket. And with that, next week there's probably gonna be a break. I'll let you guys know probably over the weekend how I'm feeling, if I actually want to host or not. We'll see, because I'm getting home Monday, like late Monday. So I don't know if I want to just get up the next day and be like, time to host, time to host Salty again. But I'll probably will. I know I did this multiple times, like before brackets in the past. So I probably feel like it's probably gonna happen. I'm too addicted. I'm too addicted. Is it weird to say I'm addicted to like hosting brackets? Is that weird?
Yes.
That's kind of weird. Okay, my bad. I apologize.
You're weirdo.
I'm bad. I apologize.
Yeah, you're weird. And you're going to get labeled the TO for eternity.
I mean, I'm fine. That's a good OS to have, though. That's a strong OS. True. But, you know, 10 seconds left. With that, I'm gonna send you guys over to Pia. I had Yakur with me and Labs with me, so thank you very much, you two. And with that, go bye-bye. Say hello to Pia. Bye-bye.
Play Blaze Blue.